I am in desperate need of a glow up. I learned to do it myself at home. I like to dye them. I think you can low-key go blind. I'm gonna be cutting my own bangs. It's almost midnight and I'm about to make a really impulsive decision. I love being hygienic. That looks so cool. Wait, do you see that? Because then I look like an egg. I mean, not to brag or anything, but I just kind of I look and feel so much better. Hey, how's it going? It's been a minute, I know. Listen, I've been so busy. If you didn't know, I directed a film. And that takes a lot of time. So that's my excuse. But hello, welcome back to my little corner on the internet. I'm gonna be doing my full in-depth glow up routine on a budget because your girl is going through it financially. And I want to show people that glowing up on a budget is very much possible. You just got to be a little crafty. So I'm going to show you how I do it. I'm going to be glowing up everything. I'm talking hair, nails, eyebrows, lashes, teeth. I'm going to do a full body. We're going to start from head to toe. First things first, we got to do something about the nails. As you can see, there is quite a bit of growth on there. I have some severe lifting pretty much everywhere. So we got to figure that out and set that up. Hi. It is much later now. In fact, it is 1 a.m. The day just flew by. What can I say? This is how the nails turn out. I think it looks pretty good. Spring nails are the most difficult for me because I can never find a design that I like, but I think I did pretty good this time around. Like, what is this? I feel like there's a layer of filth on me that I can't properly scrub off. This video might seem like a lot, but just know that I never do this. This is not like a maintenance routine. This is something I do every 3 to 4 months. This is a much needed glow up video. Everything's kind of happening at the same time. Next we're going to move on to brows. As you can see, my brows are very grown out. I haven't done this in a long time. If I was ballin', them threaded professionally, but I am not ballin' these days. So I learned to do it myself at home. And to the best of my abilities, I'm going to show you how I do it. It's very simple. You just need some sewing thread, little tiny brow scissors, and a magnifying mirror. Hey. You also need a pair of tweezers and a little spoolie like this. And you want to cut a piece around the length of your forearm. Next, you're going to tie both ends together, make a little knot. We are left with a loop like this. Put your 4 fingers inside the loop like this, and you're going to twist, mostly 10 times. I like to start on the top, and I like to push all of my brows down. You want the thread and your skin to make direct contact, obviously. You're going to do this motion along your hairs. With the amount of times that I do this, you would think it gets easier pain-wise. It doesn't. For me, for my face shape, what looks the best is just a straight, almost curving up a little bit and then straight down. To figure out which eyebrow shape suits your face the best, I would suggest looking at a diagram of something like this and figuring out what looks best on you. Same thing for the unibrow. If you are a beginner at like plucking your brows, I recommend just going in with tweezers. It's more precise, you have more control. You have to get the hang of this to really get it to work properly. Like, I'm not even that good at it, so the spots that I can't handle pain-wise or I don't find precise enough, I'll just go in with tweezers. It's really not the end of the world. Now that I can no longer handle any more pain from the threading, I'm going to move on to tweezing. I just hold the mirror straight up like this, and I will just pluck all of the hairs on the bottom. I low-key started plucking too much off of this side, and now, like, they don't look the same, but it's okay. I'm gonna choose to not worry about it. The hairs at the very beginning tend to get very long for some reason, so I like to trim them. I want to brush the hairs all the way up and just cut straight across. I am now gonna put the tweezers and the scissors and the thread down to not do any further damage. Let's do a cute little before and after. The difference is drastic. This is the after. We are going to move on to lashes. I love doing my lashes, but basically my lashes are low-key kind of long. But you wouldn't know because the tips of my lashes are low-key blonde. So I like to dye them black with none other than men's beard dye. And like my bottom lashes, like you low-key can't see them because they're also kind of blonde. So this just makes like such a big difference. The kit comes with the color base and color developer. And basically what I do is just equal parts of both in the little container it comes in. Blob like that. I really don't need a lot. I'm gonna curl my lashes really quickly. So a super important step where you start applying dye, you want to grab Aquaphor Vaseline and completely drown the surrounding areas because this stuff stains your skin so bad. You will literally get it everywhere. You'll get it in places you didn't think you were gonna get it. So I'm completely drowning my whole entire eyelid up until my eyebrows, underneath as well. I'm also gonna put some on the side of my nose because you never know. Now I'm going to take my little spoolie and I'm going to mix the developer and the dye together. And I'm going to start with a pretty light layer. Focus it mainly on the tips. And you really want to be careful with this stuff because I think you can low-key go blind. So don't get any in your eye, please. Once I'm done, I'm just gonna let that sit for like 5 minutes and I'm gonna instantly wipe off my spoolie because I actually really like it. If I got any on like the surrounding areas of my skin, I'll just wipe it off gently. I'm also gonna wipe down the little tray and just remove any excess. It's been about 5 minutes. I'm gonna grab a cotton pad and some micellar water. Gently wipe off everything. Super subtle, but I really feel like it makes my lashes look that much longer. Hey! So it's low-key been like a week. I have been so busy with projects and school and stuff. I just came back from work. I feel so tired. My hair is so gross. I put dry shampoo in yesterday. Like it needs to be washed so badly. So the next step on our list is an everything full body shower. So I'm gonna hop into the shower and I'll see you after. I know some people when they do the glow up videos, they bring the camera in the shower and they show you every step. We're not that close yet. I don't feel comfortable enough doing that, but I will tell you everything that I did and I'll show you all the products I used. And I'll see you with the magic of editing in 2 seconds. I first started by double cleansing my hair using the Redken hair cleansing foam. I then used the L'Oreal Glycolic Gloss and the OGX Bond Repair Conditioner. I then washed my body with this Dove body wash that I found in Amsterdam. I used the Tree Hut Vanilla Scrub and then some EOS shaving lotion, and then I shaved my whole entire body. And then finally, I used this Sweet Spot Labs as like a nice feminine hygiene wash. When I washed my face, I used the Manio Pure Cleansing Oil, and I used the Docto Round Lab Toner mixed with the Dermalogica Microfine Powder. That was incredible. You know it's a good shower when it's been like 40 minutes. That was literally what I needed to completely decrustify my entire body. Now that we're done with body care and my skin feels so soft, we're gonna move on to oral care. So because this is a glow up video and I'm allowed to be extra, I'm gonna be oil pulling, which is something I haven't done in months. I still have a little bit left, so I saved it and I'm gonna use it for this video. So oil pulling is supposed to be a really old, I think, Indian practice where you swish coconut oil, if I'm not mistaken, in your mouth. And for it to be effective, you need to be doing it for like 20 minutes a day. I think, I'm not exactly sure. Here it says at least 2 minutes, but you can go up to 10 minutes. I'm gonna give it a good shake. You always want to brush your teeth after you do this. So I'm going to swish this in my mouth for 2 minutes and then spit it out in a Kleenex because this is oil. You don't want this in your pipes. Next step, flossing. It has come to my attention that a lot of you don't floss. And I don't mean every day. I mean at all. Now, I'm not one to judge. I wasn't a flosser until pretty recently. I think I only started flossing when I was 19 years old. And now I can't go without it. I would suggest you incorporate it into your routine. I basically just go in like a U shape around every tooth. Next, I'm going to be brushing my teeth. I have my wonderful electric toothbrush. I want to say this is my favorite toothpaste. Next is tongue scraping. Honestly, my life will never be the same without this. I haven't had a white tongue since 2003. But the last step for today is mouthwash. If you know me, you know that my favorite one is the TheraBreath, but this one was on sale for a really good price, so I couldn't say no. The only thing I don't like about that mouthwash is that it literally burns your mouth. But your breath will be so minty fresh, it's crazy. That is my oral hygiene routine. That's what I do every day minus the oil pulling. I know that that might seem like a lot. Oral hygiene is something I don't play about because it can lead to so many issues that are most of the time are going to be irreversible and it's going to cost so much money. Oral care is just something I don't play about. I am so genetically blessed to have the teeth that I have. A lot of it is genetics, but your routine will seal the deal. Now we can move on to skincare, which is my favorite part. Me and my skin, we've been through it together. This is the best that my skin has ever looked. I am somebody who has always dealt with hormonal acne and I could never get it to go away. The one time I got it to go away was when I started taking birth control, and I have been off it for I think 2 or 3 years now, and it all came back full force. I just didn't want to be on birth control anymore. I had really bad side effects. Acne really affects your self-esteem, and for me it's been a really big thing where I didn't even want to leave my house because of how bad my acne was, and it just really messes with your head, and acne is so incredibly normal and it doesn't take anything away from your beauty. For me, it didn't make me feel beautiful. After hundreds and hundreds of dollars spent, I think I have finally found my solution, because what works for me might not work for you, and I really want to make that clear because what works for some people might not work for others. I didn't want to go on Accutane. I've heard incredible things about it, but I've also heard really horrible things about it. And my personal choice, I did not want to go on Accutane. So I talked to my family doctor, and she prescribed these 2 products for me. This is tretinoin gel, which is a really strong retinoid. I've been using this since September of 2025. I'm going to insert a picture of my skin when I first started using this, and then this is my skin now. As you can see, I have a lot of PIE, PIH, post-inflammatory erythema, or post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. That is something that is incredibly difficult to get rid of, The only way I think you can get rid of it is if you get like professional treatments, like microneedling and like chemical peels and stuff like that, and that's just something that is not part of my price range. I can't afford it. The other thing that she prescribed to me was clindamycin gel, which is a gel that specifically targets the bacteria and kills any like surface bacteria of your acne. But the star of the show is my tretinoin gel. So the first step of my skincare routine is I will go with this hypochlorous acid spray. I use this Element brand, but any brand works. And this just helps kill any acne causing bacteria on the surface of your skin. Next, I like to completely drown my lips in Aquaphor because my lips just get so dry all the time, especially during mid-season like this where we're in between two seasons, winter and spring. My lips, my skin, my scalp are all freaking out because the weather is so indecisive. Sorry, I had to take my towel off because I was getting overstimulated. But once the hypochlorous acid is completely dry, Bubble Cosmic Silk Hydrating Milky Toner. This has been a very recent favorite and find because I use tretinoin. Like I said, my skin gets very dry, and this is just a really nice hydrating layer that makes my skin feel really squishy and plump. It's great, honestly. I like to wait about 30 seconds and then I apply my tretinoin gel. I like to grab a pea-sized amount. You should do less. I'm just doing this amount because I know my skin can handle it, but you should definitely do less if this is your first time using tretinoin. And I will apply in thin layers on all of the zones of my face. So I start with my chin because that's where I'm having an active breakout, and around my nose, avoiding my eyes because the tretinoin gel that I use tends to pill for some reason. If I can, I will wait 20 minutes before applying my moisturizer. So in the meantime, while we let that sink in, I'm gonna be cutting my own bangs. It's almost midnight and I'm about to make a really impulsive decision. No, I'm just kidding. I've been thinking about doing this for a really long time. I don't have any money to go get my hair cut, and this is a glow up video on a budget, showing you how to glow up at home with stuff that you have. So I'm going to be doing it at home. However, this part of the video is no longer a tutorial. If you want to learn how to cut your own bangs at home, don't follow me because I don't even know what I'm doing yet. So go watch another video and then come back. I am going to grab my all-time favorite leave-in conditioner. As you can tell, it's almost empty. The Crown Affair leave-in conditioner. And I'm going to apply that all over my mids and ends. About this much. My hair feels so soft from the hair gloss that I did. I love being hygienic. First, I'm just gonna brush all of my hair. Next, I'm gonna part my hair down the middle the way I usually have it. I'm kind of nervous, actually. So now I'm gonna just tie the rest of my hair back. Lucky you get to watch while I do some crazy stuff to my hair. I mean, it looks pretty okay, I won't lie. Alright, moment of truth. Oh, that is just so nice. Look how it just like blends into the rest of my hair. Like, I'm a woman of many talents, what can I say? Oh, that's exactly what I needed. I just like hate being able to tuck my bangs behind my ears, like, because then I look like an egg. But now I have nice little wispy bangs. This is just so perfect for spring. And then when I put my hair up, like I have those like face framing pieces. Low-key, it could have been a tutorial, but no, just go search it up on YouTube elsewhere. Okay, like why did I eat? I was going to blow dry my hair with my Shark. However, I do have a styling tool that I have never used yet. It would be really fun to use, but my hair needs to be completely dry. So I'm gonna let it air dry, and I'm gonna sit in my bed and I'm gonna let it air dry, and I'm gonna go to sleep, and tomorrow we will finish styling the hair. The last step of the skincare routine is moisturizer. Usually I would go in with the Rhode Barrier Butter because even though I have oily skin, tretinoin, we've been through this. However, I cut her open to get the last bit because I ran out. This stuff is so expensive, but it is so good. I would definitely repurchase since I ran out of this, and there's actually genuinely no more that I can scrape out. I'm gonna be using my boyfriend's skincare, which I bought for him, but this is the Bubble Cloud Surf Moisturizer. I won't lie, I don't love it, but it's like what I have. And that is the end of the skincare and hair care portion. I'm gonna go get some sleep because beauty sleep is very important. So I will see you in the morning. Good night. Hey! We are finally going to be finishing this glow up video. And so in this portion, we're gonna be doing hair and makeup. I'm very excited because those are two of my favorite things. Today we are going to be styling my hair with this beauty. I have never used this before. I'm almost embarrassed to say when I got this. I got this around my birthday. And if you know me, you know my birthday's in November. And it is now April. Listen, I wanted to use this and open it for a glow up video, but I wanted to do like an unboxing on my Instagram and TikTok, but I never like got around to do that because I directed a film. So we're gonna be doing it today together now. I've literally been waiting months, like it's not even an exaggeration. There's a hair in it. Whatever. I'm gonna pretend like that's fake. There's actually quite a bit of hair in here, which leads me to believe that this was returned. Wait, that looks so cool, actually. Wait, this gets hot really fast. It's already at 325? Interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna start by separating my hair in two. And I'm gonna be using this OGX Bond Repair Heat Protectant. Wait, do you see that? Wait! Go and do the rest of my hair and then I will be back. Okay, the first few swipes I was like, no, I gotta return this. But guys, what do we think? I think this is pretty nice. And also the bangs, now that they're styled, I mean they looked good unstyled, but they look even better styled. I think the hair turned out really nice. Like it just gives like that effortless like 90s blowout. Now we are moving on to makeup. I'm so excited. You know, funny enough, I don't find that I am very good at doing makeup. Did I just do makeup for one of my classmates' short films? Yes, but that's different. And you have to understand that it's different. I feel like doing makeup on somebody else for film is different than doing it on yourself for every day. You know what I mean? So when one of my model friends asked me, oh, can you do my makeup for this really last minute shoot? I was like, girl, no. Because I don't even know what I'm doing. But she was like, please, like I trust, like you're gonna do so good. And I mean, not to brag or anything, but I did kind of eat. That's all I'm gonna say. If I'm being honest, like my everyday makeup routine basically just consists of me putting on mascara, eyeliner, brow gel, and blush. That's it. Well, I had really bad acne for a long time, and so I didn't want to like interfere or contaminate my expensive makeup with my acne, so I just wouldn't do makeup. Which actually, now that I say it out loud, it sounds really sad. But it's okay. My skin looks really good today, so we're gonna do some fun makeup. I already did skin prep, but I basically went in with my hypochlorous acid, the Bubble Cosmic Silk Milky Toner, and the Naturium Vitamin C Serum, and this moisturizer mixed with this sunscreen. I'm not gonna be doing like a step-by-step for the makeup because I'm gonna be doing a whole separate video on that. Smells really nice, actually. Alright, the last step. We gotta accessorize. Alright, I have the other earring on. This is the final look. I look and feel so much better than I did when we started this video. So that was my ultimate 2026 spring glow up, where I teach you every DIY that I know to glow up yourself at home. If you stayed until the end, just know that I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching this video. Now I'm gonna go take all this off and go put my pajamas on and watch Corey Kenshin on the couch. Thank you so much for watching. I love you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Apple of my eye and them apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur, Y2K on your seams, puff in my chest, trying to act for the scene, cause I'm trying to get low, eat everything in between, trying to get low.